Folks, what if I told you you could give a gift that brings your favorite holiday traditions and memories to life every single day? With Auraframe, you can. In the Cody family, the holiday tradition isn't just dinner. It's a spectacle every year. My dad deep frying a turkey, barefoot. Yeah, that's right. Outside, oil bubbling, toes exposed. Oh, that one toe. Naturally, someone's always filming it. And this year, I'm uploading all the glorious barefoot frying photos straight to Auraframe. You can preload the frame before it ships, so when Greg opens it, the first thing he sees is his barefoot self, holding his deep fried turkey like a hero. And with unlimited free photos and videos, I can keep adding every new fire hazard memory for years to come. For a limited time, visit auraframe.com and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code DLB at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code DLB. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year, so order now before it ends. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Hey, Chris here. Black Friday game day is coming to Prime, and it'll be an epic day of live sports. Black Friday football is at the center of it, with the Chicago Bears taking on the Philadelphia Eagles at 3 p.m. Eastern. That's followed by the final night of the Emirates Cup NBA group play, and a doubleheader starting with the Bucks and Knicks at 7 p.m. and the Mavericks and Lakers at 10 p.m. What a nightcap game that is. But the whole day starts with the return of the Capital One Skins game, as 4 elite PGA golfers face off with $4 million on the line. Black Friday game day tees off with Capital One Skins game at 9 a.m. Eastern before the big Bears-Eagles game at 3 p.m. And it culminates with a double dose of Emirates NBA Cup action, featuring Bucks Knicks at 7 p.m. and Mavs Lakers at 10 p.m. Only on Prime.
Rinse takes your laundry and hand delivers it to your door, expertly cleaned and folded. So you could take the time once spent folding and sorting and waiting to finally pursue a whole new version of you. Like Tea Time You. Or this Tea Time You. Or even this Tea Time You.
So did you hear about Dave?
Or even Tea Time You.
So update on Dave.
It's up to you. We'll take the laundry. Rinse. It's time to be great.
Is Craig Minervini a local legend?
Ooh, he's been around a long time. Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
That one's not even close.
He's been around a long time.
He might be first ballot.
First ballot?
He is the pre- and post-game host for multiple teams in this market. And,
NBC TV for a little while.
And who can forget Craig DeGeorge?
He was for a while as a wrestling announcer. He went by the pseudonym Craig DeGeorge. That's a great call by you. Tommy Tighe.
Tommy Tighe. Yes. That was a swerve. You didn't think I was going to go in that direction.
He can confirm you threw trash at me that day.
O.J. McDuffie.
Yes.
Mr. Third Down.
Yes.
Mr. Quarterdeck and Davey.
Once set the Dolphin record for receptions. Yes.
Wait, he beat you for that title?
I know. That is my quarterdeck right near the Panthers arena, but I see it's got to the point where I'm not impressed by O.J. McDuffie anymore. I see him there so much.
Did you have a ladder match to settle this?
Oh, there was a time though when every time I'd see him, I'd be like, "Hey, there's O.J. McDuffie." But now it's just so regular. I mean, just we fist bump.
I produced Craig Minervini's radio show as my first job in local radio.
I would call you for midday trivia.
Many in the middays. Toast.
Yes.
What?
Well, yeah, he also worked on Paul and Ron for a long
And
time.
Zeta.
Yeah.
You're giving up. You're giving it up, though.
I'm giving it out like candy right now. I'm not comfortable with this.
You're being lenient right now. Scott Farrell.
Do the right thing here, Zaz.
Come on.
No.
What?
Whoa.
Are you high?
I mean,
Miami, local legend? No.
It was like not a long time that he was doing it down here.
It's no.
Are you just playing the game? Am I likely to run into this person?
No. Maybe. No.
Well, Tommy Tighe was unsurprising to me because I think that he was partners with Tommy Tighe for
12
a
years.
while. So, Gary Abart. Why did you laugh
Do the right
at
thing.
that?
Do the right thing.
Why did you just laugh at
Contributions
Gary
to the game.
Abart
Do the
as
right thing.
a local legend? You can't.
No.
What? Are
No.
you again?
What?
What is wrong with you?
They put sports writers in the Hall of Fame.
You can't
gotta
be
put
a local legend. Nobody knows who you are.
No, they know who he is.
No,
Legend
they
of the
don't.
game.
He gets thanked at the end of every broadcast.
Oh, please.
Michelle Kaufman.
Ooh, no.
Man, you said been here for a long time.
I know. I'm toughening on my standards a little bit.
I don't know about all that.
Jessica Blaylock.
Yes.
Over Michelle Kaufman?
Over Gary Abar?
What are we? I mean, I love Jessica.
Do you know
this
Ball?
Is not anti-Jessica
Do you know
Blaylock.
Ball?
I love Jessica
Come on,
Blaylock, but
man.
just
Gary Abar is as solid as they
Come
get.
He's a saint.
Come on, Michelle Kaufman has been in
Thank
this
you.
market for as long
Thank
as
you.
Ira
Sorry.
Wenderman.
Well, if you
Sorry,
lose
I'm really not
connection on the
sorry.
ISDN, you're not calling Michelle Kaufman.
We love Jessica around here.
You're not calling Jessica Blaylock either.
Exactly.
I'm calling one person and one person only.
Maybe two. I call Tree.
Where's the backup coupler, Gary Abar?
Andy
Tree.
Slater. Andy Slater.
No.
Woo.
Medellin legend.
Woo. Kelly Sacco.
No.
Damian Amendola.
Damon Amendolara.
Yeah.
Amendola.
This is the Dan Levator Show with the Stugotz podcast.
All right, it's turkey time, Greg.
Uh-oh.
Gobble, gobble. You know I never welcomed Aunt Bonnie's ham. Competing main dishes need to scram. A social miscue. 'Cause my bird's me maximum. Now I'm kicking off my shoes. I gotta teach you, 'cause baby, I'll be barefoot in the driveway, an open garage door, by the bushes that I fell in before, at the Elsa, turking off with my friend Roy, yeah, baby, talk turkey to me. Yeah, baby, talk turkey to me. Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone! Woo!
Happy Thanksgiving!
The mailing it in continues in a way that's embarrassing. This is the most mailing it in a day of the entire calendar year. Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Is today the most mailing it in day of the entire calendar year?
I will say Jessica's joining us later in the show. She texted me yesterday. This is embarrassing what Amin did with Weekend Observations.
It's unbelievable
So
what he did.
She has an F1 minute and a Jess's Internet minute for us later.
So
She
she's
is
not mailing it in. I've got my hand in the dirt as a punishment throughout the show.
What kind of dirt you got there?
More, I don't know, but somebody just asked me if I had a Zen garden here. I was just asked.
Is that my dad's gift from last year?
It's more sand than dirt, but this is what they got me. So
It's definitely so annoying.
I've got my hand in the dirt. It's going to be hard to type. It's going to be hard to do the show.
More like hand on top of the dirt.
What Amin did yesterday is wildly embarrassing. Miller Lite should ask for a do-over. Miller Lite, one of our best sponsors, should be offended that an employee of ours did something so lazy on mailing it in week. He should
to go that far with it.
No, he should offer a public apology. That's how far I should go, because that was such a lack of effort. It truly honored Stugotz. Like, it honored him in the most artistic of ways. I've got 5 football topics that I want to get to, including Dominique Foxworth saying the Colts have a quarterback problem. But I can't get to any of them because I need to know if Jonathan Zaslow believes that the Sports Brothers are local legends.
Ooh.
Wow, what a pull.
Save this one for video.
Good deep cut. No.
Dos Amigos.
No.
What do you laugh?
I sense a trend here with who Zaz thinks
With
is
minorities.
legends and aren't legends in the market. Fellow Ramirez.
Don't look at me. Look at me right now. Don't shake your head. Look at me right now. We're going to have a problem, me and you. Just know that. We started the show. It's been 3 minutes. Don't do this.
Fellow is a lot easier than Craig Minervini.
Yes.
Craig,
Better.
He's scared.
he's just scared. He's playing
I'm
scared. He doesn't
scared.
even know anything about Fellow
I would
Ramirez.
jump through the entire glass right here like a missile to go get him.
I don't know that fool. What?
He broadcast into his 90s, I believe.
Oh, the Marlins guy.
Rest in peace. Felo.
Jorge Sedano.
No. He abandoned us.
Wow. Wasn't
He
Hall of Famer
abandoned us.
yesterday? Yeah. This is a sliding
But Jessica
scale.
Blaylock is. I love Jessica.
Jessica didn't abandon us. Sedano identifies now with L.A. That's not a local legend.
The reason I bring all of this up is because Chuckle is going to join us, and I yesterday proclaimed Bob Wischusen a local legend, and everyone yelled at me. I thought he was a local legend. He's a really good broadcaster. He's at the top of the game. He's doing some of the biggest events in sports, and he did a good chunk of his career here. Not a giant chunk. Probably what I'm going to say 4 years.
Again, that's a good chunk. 4 years.
It was a blip.
It's an incredibly small chunk.
Did you not give any legendary status to any other people who had been here 4 years? Because you gave a lot of leeway to people who've been here 20. So let me ask you, Izzy Gutierrez, local legend, yes or no?
Yes.
Mark Hochman.
No.
I disagree.
Wow. What is wrong with you?
Hard disagree.
What's wrong with you?
It was his birthday this week.
Give a shit.
Whoa. Whoa.
Happy birthday to him. I don't care. Good luck.
Ethan Skolnick.
Controversial.
What's controversial?
Hawk's a legend, man. What are we doing?
I'm a legend, but Hawk's not.
Hawk's a legend. A drive-time legend.
He can do whatever he wants with his legendary status.
Oh, I see your agenda.
No.
What's my agenda?
Yeah, you know.
At least you got the hand dirt today.
On top of the dirt.
No.
No.
I'm shocked by the beefs that you are now soliciting throughout the sports world because of what it is that you're willing to do here. Ira Winderman.
Yes.
Hal Habib.
Oh, that.
Why are you laughing?
That tickles me.
You can't. You can't.
He was there for my dad's 50-yard field goal.
Do you think a lot of people are tuning into the podcast today and being like, all right, not a good one today?
Mailing it in.
Yeah. Listen to Greg McElroy.
There are certain days I do for South Florida.
This is the local hour, though. You know what you're getting into.
Mm-hmm.
But
You're what, Larry Milian.
If only there were local topics.
Well, yeah, I'm sure we won't get to them.
I have a bold new strategy.
I'm sure most of our audience is really, really just so upset that we're not getting another day of being pissed off at the College Football Playoff Committee. I'm sure they're
Jeremy,
really
we're talking
upset.
about Gary Abar right
Yeah,
now, please.
yeah.
Legend or not?
I have a bold new strategy.
I already said no. Don't ask me
Brian the
again.
Beast London.
Now that's me talking. You be careful.
What do you mean? It's you talking.
I love the Beast.
I'm going to say yes.
Thank you.
Everybody, you say beast, everybody knows what that is. That
They
counts.
do. It's
But
true.
not Hawk?
A great nickname.
Not Michelle Kaufman either.
She needs a better nickname.
Michelle
She
Kaufman.
does.
The Cough.
She doesn't.
That's not.
She doesn't have a good
cough.
nickname. Here comes the cough.
That is not a
Wait, I heard Michael Irvin.
Coach of Bit O, too.
would have been career ending
Michelle.
5 years ago. The Cough is a great nickname if you want to be remembered, a terrible nickname if you want to be remembered fondly. I have been told here, I don't know what's true, and we will get to the local stories in a moment, but I've been told that Jonathan Zaslow, and he may have announced this at some point earlier in his career, but announced to his listeners on his podcast, The Zaslow Show 2.0.
There's no the. It's just Zaslow Show 2.0.
Drop the.
With.
The Zaslow Show 2.0 is something you can get wherever it is you get your podcasts. And I was informed that yesterday you revealed, perhaps for the first time, but maybe for the first time for both our audience and the people in this room, that there's only one circumstance under which you block people.
Oh, yeah.
There is only one. Do any of you know what this is? There's only one thing that will make the affable and friendly Jonathan Zaslow, friend to all except for minorities who want local legendary status in the market. There's only one situation. And
I don't believe in blocking people.
And, well, except for this one thing you can do.
Yeah.
None of you know. If you send Zaslow any photos of spiders.
Dude, I don't even like my
comes.
toes are curling now. Don't play a joke on me right now. I'm telling you, it's not going to end well for anybody.
We would not do that to you or around you. We would not surround you in an assortment of spiders. But I am just learning now. South Florida, not a great place for
so
you.
Uncomfortable right now.
But South Florida, not a great place for you. We've got a lead.
Oh my God, no. No, I can't. You can't. You got to take it down. You got to take it down.
We've got to lead the country in weird, swampy creatures that are scary. We must have a ton of spiders in South Florida. I don't know how we measure these things based on climate, but what would be America's leader in spiders? Any guesses?
I hear Australia is really bad.
No, but America's leader, Australia's spiders.
They're the ones that'll kill you.
Those are giant, big ones that would terrify anybody.
It rains spiders in Australia. You're never more than 8 feet away from a spider.
Put it on the poll
That
at
can't be
Lebitard
true. No,
Show.
it's true.
Right now, I am.
Put it on the
No,
poll
you're not.
at Lebitard Show. Does it rain spiders in Australia? And are you ever 8 feet away? More than 8 feet away from any spider in the world, yes or no? So this is legitimate. This is a fear for how long?
I'm telling you, like, people don't send me pictures because it's not even negotiable. Like, I'll block you, and I don't want to block you, but I'll block you, and then I'll never unblock you, and it's a whole thing. So just like, don't send me pictures. I'm telling you, it's not a joke.
All right, we will continue to see if they get me more and more spiders here because his body language is.
What a shit stir.
Is this arachnophobia? Is that what it's? Is that what
Yes.
that's
Nailed
called?
it, Dano.
But you're legitimate? Like, does he now? Have we diagnosed him with arachnophobia? Because
So it's super nice to just put a bunch of spiders. This is so you. We're wacky. Guy's afraid of spiders.
It's
Mail it
not.
in
It's
Wednesday.
not a joke. I'm telling you. Like, if someone brought in a spider here, it doesn't matter if we're friends. Like, I punch my way out of here.
We should have the thing where Ron brings the
not-
animals
nope.
and just brings mad
Nope.
spiders instead
Nope.
of animals.
Zaz,
It ends with me punching my way out.
I'm halfway through spitting chiclets.
Stugotz has called 911 on a frog. He was terrified and behaved that way around Ron McGill when he came in with an assortment of spiders. Having just learned this, I will figure out what to do with it in coming days and weeks.
You gotta take it down. You gotta take it down. Gotta take the picture down.
Look how many eyes it has.
Yeah, it's a big one. That's a big one.
More eyes or legs?
You think in Australia they are as numb to their size spiders as we can be in this town because of the amount of spiders that we have in this town? Like, that they're numb to it the same way. A
They're numb
giant
to it.
spider in a
They
saloon.
open up their toilets. There's a crocodile in it. Like they're grateful to see a spider.
I believe that's a stereotype that probably would offend Australians.
Every video that I've seen of a snake in a toilet
You didn't
comes
make it a
from
snake.
Australia.
You made
I
it a
understand.
crocodile.
And they're venomous.
Oh yeah, I
Down
understand.
under.
There was one video that I was seeing where it was like a huge boa constrictor that collapsed a roof.
Yes, I
And the guy's like, man, it's breaks, then the brakes.
Yeah.
They say it just like that.
Yeah, just like
Well,
that.
them the brakes.
Put it on the poll at Lebitard Show. Are there crocodiles in the toilets in Australia as we continue to stereotype these people? Chris, do you have anything more from the Thanksgiving file that we have to dump out here? Because I want to get to a bunch of things today, and I don't want to mail in today's show. So just do me the favor of getting me the useless sound montage, getting me also Big Mac, because you have a Big Mac, this is like a weekly segment now where we go to Doc Master Big Mac here, who lets everyone into the luxury Elser, and nobody gets past him unless Big Mac says you can get past him. What are Big Mac's thoughts this holiday season about the Dolphins? I'm assuming it's always the Dolphins.
No, Dan.
no?
Usually it's the Dolphins. Today, hey, day before Thanksgiving, we're getting Big Mac's take on Thanksgiving.
Big Mac's take of the day.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, same to you.
What do you think of turkey?
Turkey? No, I love turkey. I love turkey. I got turkey. I like ham.
Yeah.
And collard greens, mac and cheese. You already know.
Big Mac's take of the day.
Mailing it in, the work of Chris Cody.
I mean, turkey, ham, got collard greens, got mac and cheese. Got
You
a
already
staple
know.
right there.
Yeah, Zaslow, this time at least you stayed for the duration of the interview as opposed to walking away.
I was walking with Chris yesterday, and he walked away from Mac, and he was still talking. I had to look back.
Have
but
you guys
Chris was
ever
already
not
walking.
done a stop and chat? You chat for 10 seconds, you keep it moving. Like, what am I supposed to sit there for 40 minutes?
Whoa!
Just while you're taping content, you should
Sabi
stay
is
till
on
the
part
end
of my take.
thoughts.
Oh, what does he got to say?
I mean, he's in the best picture of the year, in my opinion. Begonia.
I have an update on the crocodiles in the Australian toilets. Per Google AI, they do not have crocodiles in toilets. But When I went to Reddit Ask an Australian, there is someone who says that they have butt plug dispensers in most public toilets here in Australia. Just put one up your butt. It'll stop them from calling in. They're biodegradable. So, of course, what did I do after that? I Googled Australian butt plug dispenser on our work computer.
You're at work.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's real. Just a comment on Reddit Ask an Australian. Back to you, Dan.
So you just broke into programming with a comment on Reddit that were butt plug
No
dispensers?
less real than any of the Google AI shit we've been telling you for the last year and a half.
This sound right here is indeed real off of your NFL football. It's the useless sound montage, and I am told just in time for this time of year, they're built ram tough, and I think you should fear them if you are anybody who plays football in the universe. And I'm told that Sean McVay is the star of the useless sound montage and a rising star in general in providing the most useless of sound.
Gravy on a biscuit. I like that, Nick.
Thought he was game. He always is.
I asked him what week it was, and everybody said it doesn't matter.
Nobody wants to talk about numbers and records. That doesn't mean
Our guys, they just keep showing up, man.
You can be down 21-0, and you just keep playing.
Talk about resilience, toughness, staying together, guys having each other's backs, keep playing.
Give credit to that team, man. They played hard, threw the kitchen sink at us.
You're not going to come to Lambeau Field and win a game.
It was like 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
We talk about playing clean, and we really gave them 2 balls there.
Get up.
We were able to get it in there.
This team has fun, and good football is fun. And when you're doing it with good people that you don't want to let down, that's really fun.
We'll get some reinforcements back at some point, but until then, we got to hold down the fort.
I thought our defense could have smiled in the face of adversity better.
You know me, I kind of call plays for players.
You get a hat on a hat, and he's going to find it.
Pissed off. We got a bad taste in our mouth the last 2 weeks, and we should be.
He's not in the perfect shape.
You don't play teams' records in this league.
There's always improvements to be made by our players, and some you can see, some you can't see.
Any number of plays could have changed the outcome of the game, and that's why we just got to live every down singularly.
Wasn't perfect by any means, but it was, I would say, just enough.
Told them you can enjoy it for a couple hours, but really today's Wednesday in our world.
This is the NFL, so this is what happens when you play a 17-game season.
There's no silver lining in losing.
You always feel multiple emotions after a game, but winning is what matters.
I'll take that win. That's a good win.
Can't win the game in the first quarter, second, third, but you win the game in the fourth quarter, man.
The one positive on that was the guys kept going, kept punching. And
let's stay humble. Let's stay in the moment. Let's continue to lean into our preparation.
Donovan Jackson, I believe, also had an ankle and a foot. Ultimately, didn't do enough all 3 phases to win the game.
We're not going to apologize for winning around here.
It's tight when it's good on good, particularly when you're in a hostile environment.
It's just like anything else. He's a fine wine. He's just getting better with age. Yeah, you like that one.
Everything we need to do is right in front of us, but we got a lot of work to do.
I mean, this guy's going to the house, and he's got the juice to make it happen.
A couple plays away from winning a game.
We all know that humility's only a week or a day away.
Well, the fight, I mean, it is what it is. We don't appreciate losing.
Yeah, I didn't know it was 30, but
I'll talk to you guys about next week. Next week, I'm here to analyze what just transpired.
It did feel like quite a while, you know. I mean, I saw him drifting in the pocket. I'm like, get him.
Because if you can't make it on 4th down and 1, man, oftentimes you don't deserve to win.
The only thing that would matter is if the season ended right now. What a job by Ethan. I thought Ethan did a great job on those.
Wait a second.
I'm with that, actually.
I like that a lot.
Ethan edited that.
I was about to compliment him on a job well done until that dismount where he
Snuck that in.
He inserted himself. I was about to give him the rarest of things around here. A genuine compliment for having a good ear for what sound is most useless and why the sound is useless. He did a great job. McVay is a good press conference to rummage around. You'll find 40 things in every time that McVay talks.
And Ethan, like McVay didn't say it the way Ethan said. You can hear how harsh the edits are.
It's a terrible edit. Like I was really gonna before the last part of that. Okay, on mail-in day of the calendar, I was about to give an employee. Yes, right before Thanksgiving, I was about to give thanks for him learning. It took long enough, and his dog is shitting enough places around here for him to learn the musical notes required for useless to be most useless. Until he screwed it up at the end by using a shitty AI version of Sean McVay thanking him for that edit.
What a job by Ethan. I thought Ethan did a great job on those.
That was a bad edit.
Like very harsh.
Yeah.
Just asinine the way he tries to sneak into the show. We've got to get a standard around here that gets protected.
All right, look, it's the holidays again, and people are running around and getting stressed out, and they're asking me, Roy, what should I get? What should I do? Give me some recipes. And every year I tell them the same exact thing. Get meat. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. It's meat. And Omaha Steaks, they deliver the world's best steak experience. USDA certified tender steaks. It tastes like someone actually cares about you. Burgers, steaks, comfort meals. All that stuff makes you go, that'll work. And now during the cyber sale, you can get 50% off site-wide and an extra 20% off select favorites at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $35 off with promo Dan at checkout. I've had Omaha Steaks many times. I've given them out too. People lose their minds. You hand them that box and suddenly they think you're the greatest human alive. 5 generations, same family, 100% guaranteed. Save big on unforgettable gifts with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide and an extra 20% off select favorites during the cyber sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code Dan at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code DAN at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details.
Game Time is the official ticketing partner of the Dan Le Batard Show, and I cannot wait to get out to some NFL games this season. As the games increase in importance, the tickets are harder to come by, and nothing beats being in that stadium with everybody losing their minds. But like I said, tickets, not so easy. So why don't you download the Game Time app, because from my experience, that's where I always turn to find the best deal. But take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets. Game Time gives the advantage back to us, the fans. It's a hack for grabbing amazing tickets in just a couple of taps. Super easy to use, totally trustworthy, and the Game Time guarantee means you're getting 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price, and yes, fees included. What you see is what you pay. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DAN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DAN for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
Hey, Chris here. Black Friday game day is coming to Prime, and it'll be an epic day of live sports. Black Friday football is at the center of it, with the Chicago Bears taking on the Philadelphia Eagles at 3 p.m. Eastern. That's followed by the final night of the Emirates Cup NBA group play, and a doubleheader starting with the Bucks and Knicks at 7 p.m. and the Mavericks and Lakers at 10 p.m. What a nightcap game that is. But the whole day starts with the return of the Capital One Skins game, as 4 elite PGA golfers face off with $4 million on the line. Black Friday game day tees off with Capital One Skins game at 9 a.m. Eastern before the big Bears-Eagles game at 3 p.m. And it culminates with a double dose of Emirates NBA Cup action, featuring Bucks-Knicks at 7 p.m. and Mavs-Lakers at 10 p.m. Only on Prime.
Dan Le Batard.
I've never stepped foot on that campus. If you told me right now your life depends on it, go to Santa Fe University and just take a picture.
Stugotz.
I would die. I don't know where it is.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Zaslow is legitimately uncomfortable. I didn't actually realize.
I have so much anxiety.
I didn't even realize. I didn't realize that he's not doing a bit. That he has diagnosable anachrophobia. So arachnophobia.
Damien.
I know what that is.
I'm sorry to him. I'm sorry to Zaslow and Damien Amendola. The thing that I wanted to talk about with last night's wet sock comes out and explains why Miami is now ahead of Utah, why Miami is number 12, more than any of the minutiae involved with the stupidity of this month-long argument, which is just the way to sell college football in the middle of the week on a Wednesday if you don't want to be talking about what Eastern Michigan and Western Michigan were doing last night. The polls have Miami at 12. They have jumped Utah now. And now, because they're making it up as they go along, they're saying that Miami and Notre Dame is indeed in a tier where they can be discussed with each other.
Same tier?
But the stupidity of yesterday was this to me. After installing this wet sock to be the public face and voice of these stupid explanations, replacing the previous less wet sock that was the voice for this, they clearly gave this overmatched person whose name I will not care to remember because of what a hood ornament he is on this stupidity. They clearly gave him the coaching of make a 6'7" joke. Make a 6'7" joke. Yeah, you'll kill him. Look, just get in there and you'll be really on the cutting edge. You'll reach the children if you make a 6'7" joke. So here he is. They've given him the coaching. Look how poorly this car salesman does this.
But there was a change at 6-7 with Oregon and Ole Miss swapping spots. How much of an impact potentially could it be on Ole Miss if it's determined they don't have their head coach in the field?
6-7. But seriously, Rich, we didn't have any discussion.
Hold on. Bring that back. I want everyone to watch this with me and just look across his face. He asked me the 6-7 question. I'm ready for this. They coached me up on this. I got the producers. Watch his face. It streaks across his face. This is where I get to make the big joke that kills and show them that I'm a less wet sock than they think I am.
But there was a change at 6-7 with Oregon and Ole Miss swapping spots. How much of an impact potentially could it be on Ole Miss if it's determined they don't have their head coach in the field?
6-7. But seriously, Rich, we didn't have any discussion.
He laid out for Reese Davis to laugh.
He called him Rich Davis.
Rich Davis.
He called him Rich?
7.
Yeah. You didn't catch that?
Listen to the whole...
No, I was too stunned with what was taking place.
It was after, but seriously, like any great comic.
Yeah.
Watch his face, the smirk. He's got so much time to deliver this, and he knows it, and he's like, this is the pitch I've been waiting for since they installed me as the puppet in this position to make these dumbass arguments every week.
But there was a change at 6-7 with Oregon and Ole Miss swapping spots. How much of an impact potentially could it be on Ole Miss if it's determined they don't have their head coach in the field?
6-7. But seriously, Rich, we didn't have any discussion.
Holy shit.
They coached him up on 6-7 and the but seriously, but he blew it on the Rich. He was almost there. He almost got to the finish line.
You think he was almost there?
Yeah.
Flawless execution until that point?
Well, he thought he did. Look at... He had time to prep for that.
Dan, that's why you work smaller clubs before you really hit the big venues to do your hours, so you can kind of fix those kinks.
Throw him right into a stadium show.
I don't think he was coached. I really don't. I think that this is a guy who either has a kid, a nephew, somebody who he's seen do the 6-7 jokes all the time, and when he hears Rich specifically say 6-7, it puts him in a position where he goes, I bet I can make a joke here. That's why the long pause, because he's waiting to see whether or not it landed, and then he's so nervous that's why he calls him Rich.
I think Zaz disagrees.
No, you're so off base here, Jeremy.
You did the same thing.
When did I do the same thing?
When you killed the 6-7 joke.
6-7.
Oh my god. I think by the way, I think Reese Davis was set up to say it like
that's what I mean. The way
nobody says, why would you say there was a change 6-7?
Yep.
Nobody talks like that.
Reese was trying to go viral,
right?
And this guy dunked on him.
You would say there was a change with the 6 and 7 spots.
Right.
That's what you would say. You don't say there's a change 6-7.
Yeah.
So I think Wet Sock was told, hey, we're going to make a joke here, and we're going to pass it along to Reese Davis, so he's going to tee you up on your joke.
Wet sock is a great insult for someone who lacks charisma. Jeremy, I am a little stunned after Zaslow came after Tony the way that he did yesterday with you're high, you're out to lunch.
I played myself.
You played yourself.
Which I took offense to, by the way.
Yes. Adam Silver doing nothing. Ben Stiller looking like a fool.
Yeah.
He just hit Jeremy with you're embarrassing yourself.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be mean, but somebody had to say it.
You take back the embarrassing yourself?
No.
So why are you apologizing? Why are you saying I'm sorry?
Because it was mean.
Okay, but you had to say it.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, I had to say the mean thing. And I apologize for saying the mean
You're
thing.
making yourself look like a fool.
Zaslow is brave. Zaslow is, he's the only one in the country I've heard with this take, and he's doing it strongly. And let's get the graphic we now have for Zaslow, because Zaslow had a big victory yesterday.
Yep.
The fact, Tony, you're shaking your head.
Didn't.
No, yes, the Carolina
No,
Panthers. Look, you get the same suspension in football if you spit on a dude's face as you do if you punch him in the groin with a cast. On behalf of Zaslow and general decorum, the NFL did the proper thing and suspended a criminal who should be charged with felonious crimes.
But this is so, the fact that people who like punching in football are at zero, that's not true. For weeks, we
ran up the score.
We get
like
a punch
500 to
almost
1.
every week.
Most recently, this week, if we started the scoring on Monday night.
Well, I'm not starting the scoring right now.
That was last week.
Zaslow's up 1-0 today.
The NFL has turned a blind eye to an epidemic in their sports. And finally, so
you got a point.
Yeah, the count starts now because this is a precedent. Let's see what happens now moving forward. This is a precedent that has finally been set. It has been acknowledged. And that is when the ball is 10 yards away, you don't just get to punch people. That player has now been suspended. All right.
I agree with you, but that's not your argument. Your argument is you shouldn't be able to punch the football. That's my beef with you.
That's not my argument. I've specifically said that I am okay if you punch the football. They've been
suspending people for punches all the time.
If you punch, but that's because after the play. If you punch the football, that's fine. But if you punch the football and miss, that's not allowed. That's what I've been saying, Tony. So punch at your own discretion.
Chris Canty's on with Kevin Clark.
A game suspension is a serious thing in the NFL. If they give you 1/17 of the paychecks they're taking away. You saw Jamar Chase went from lying in the locker room to, I'm so sorry and wrong. I'm so very wrong that I spit in Jalen Ramsey's face. These are now equivalent crimes, and this is a victory for Zaslow. Zaslow, seeing this punished this way, wait a minute, you guys are going to both shake your heads at this?
Yes, 100%, because I get what he's saying, but that's more closer to punching after the play than an actual punching of a football, because that was not a football play. The ball was behind him. He wasn't going for the ball. He was just clearly trying to get even with Juwan Jennings or get one up on Juwan Jennings. That happened a couple weeks ago where there was a guy, I think, for the 49ers or for the Bucks that through a jab at somebody, and I think it hit an official, and he got suspended for a game.
We're finally putting an end to this nonsense.
All right, Zaslow may indeed be afraid of spiders, but he's showing real bravery here. Real bravery.
Not brave, please.
I also thought Mike Ryan was brave yesterday in terms of spewing propaganda everywhere and in his righteous rage taking out shit-stirring Joey Galloway, who he called out by name, Bob Wischusen, who I said is a local legend, and you guys disputed that he's a local legend. I'm saying that this man is a local legend. You guys called him Chuckle. And then you accused Lou Riddick of being his co-conspirator. So, Mike, the whole thing is yours here. Take it up.
You think I'm afraid to tell Chuckle to his face what he did? Chuckle knows. All right.
He knows what he did?
I texted Chuckle as a broadcast was going on. Hey, Chuckle, what are we doing over here? And then Lou Riddick with the nerve, the temerity to go to social media afterwards and say, oh, no, I think head-to-head should matter. Well, it would have been nice to hear that on the broadcast as you carried water. How did those microphones survive with all the water you were spilling? Carrying it for the ACC and the CFP. What were you doing out there?
His nostrils are flaring. He seems enraged. He doesn't think this is funny as you.
Hello, Chuckle.
Hello, Bob.
I'm sorry, Mr. I believe you're the voice of hockey. You know how much I respect and admire you. I've had a beer with your face on it. And you know I love you, Bob. But that was bad what you did over the weekend. You need to make it right.
You know I heard everything you said before that.
Yep.
Right? Like I heard the whole lead-in, not just
the whole thing?
that part of the lead-in.
Yep. So brave. Good. I mean, I'm courageous. What do you want me to say? It's one of my strong suits. Everyone's wow. I'll break.
By the way, I don't know who's in charge of fonting the show. Have I been fonted correctly? I can't see. I'd like the full nickname because the nickname is it's a chef's kiss. Well, it really encapsulates me. I think so. I'd like that on there.
I've never thought of you as Chuckle. You are a serious person who can do levity, but really respects the craft. So when he accuses you of chuckle-fuckery, I'm a little bit surprised because I find you to be, a standard bearer for your industry.
I appreciate you saying that. I mean, I've known you for like 30 years, and I've known a lot of these guys on this show through our mutual love of hockey for a while. This is the first time I've been asked on this show, and it's to let Mike Ryan yell at me. So I'm not really sure that's nice. But I'm willing. You can yell at me.
But what would be your rebuttal to what he's saying as someone who was in this market, working in this market for how many years, Bob?
About 3.5.
Okay, and during
a huge chunk
during that time, that's why Zaslow will not call you a local legend.
He's right.
He says it's not long enough.
New York legend.
Yes.
But I don't care about New York.
But during that time, you saw enough, I think, of what happens around the University of Miami to at least think that what he's accusing you of there, you've heard it before in this market. Local broadcaster who goes up to national fame, does the UM game, is now chuckling at UM's scenario when UM's about to get bleeped by these wet socks who run the NCAA.
Yeah, like my answer to all of this is it's not my system. We're just reacting to the system as the system is. So, like, we could do a broadcast where we yell and scream for 3 hours about how Miami's getting screwed.
Yes.
And it would be like a South Florida sports radio broadcast. We could take calls.
Yeah.
Right, maybe after a play.
I like that.
I'm saying Hialeah. Do you want to come on and talk about how Miami's getting screwed?
Like, yes.
Like, we could do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's only right since you guys were off the other end, on the opposite end of the spectrum.
No, we weren't.
Yes, you were. Yes,
we put up a full screen comparing Miami and Notre Dame and their resumes. We talked about the fact that Miami beat Notre Dame head to head.
Most people don't know this.
We also lived in the world that we had to live in on Saturday, which was, and this is, again, it's not my system. I don't agree with the system. I wouldn't have this system, but the system is they have to be in this like 3-team pod with Notre Dame to be discussed, to have the head-to-head take into account. Okay, how do they get into that 3-team pod?
They're in the pod
with Notre
now.
Dame. The only mechanism they have to get into that discussion with Notre Dame is to rack up style points and win convincingly. And they're playing a team that's below 500 that fired their coach 3 weeks into the season because they got drilled at home by Old Dominion, and now they're only winning by 10 in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Like, they needed to win that game very impressively to move up. We wanted them to win the game impressively,
I hear you.
so they would move up to be in a pod with Notre Dame.
I hear you, but it doesn't seem to matter when Notre Dame is up 10-7 on NC State or just up 2 points against BC, who has one win.
I didn't do those games.
I understand, Bob. Bob, you're doing great right now, and I agree with everything that you're saying. But according to the CFP, they did get moved up to the same tier. They were directly compared. And the CFP has just decided this year they're not going to count head-to-head as a primary tiebreaker. This is wrong. It's an assault on football.
I agree with that, but the way it was explained to me was it's a 3-team pod, and they were like 4 or 5 teams separate, right? So you couldn't like the head of the CFP himself said, if they get into that like kind of 3-team pod discussion, then we will take the head-to-head much more into account, which, believe me, to me is ridiculous. Yes, if they beat Notre Dame, I would think that they would be ranked ahead of Notre Dame. And I think it's ridiculous to say it was the first game of the season. Like, those games don't count.
I like this. You feel attacked.
I'm 100% on board with that. The other thing, and we talked to Mario Cristobal about this, what is the message that the committee is sending to a team like Miami, who schedules Notre Dame, who schedules Florida, who schedules USF, who's turned into a ranked team? Like, why not play 4 Bethune-Cookmans and just warm up for your conference season if you're not going to get credit? Well, you don't get credit for those wins just because they're at the start of the season? I'm with all of that. But this is my talk show host coming out in me.
Oh, I miss him. That's why you're a local legend. Sir, I dare say, and this is a compliment, though it may sound like an insult, that Bob Wischusen was better at sports radio than he is at even play-by-play.
No, he's the best hockey play-by-play guy.
This is no slight on his play-by-play.
You just watch it on mute.
Nope. I'm telling you, guys don't know young Wischusen as a sports radio host. The arguments that this man would make that he now mutes on television on behalf of the public of snowflakes that doesn't want opinions with their play-by-play guy. Bob, yes or no, Bob? If you had chosen that as the path, you would have been better if you'd done 30 years of that instead of play-by-play, you would have been better as a sports radio talk show host than you are at play-by-play.
I mean, I like yelling at people. I enjoy that.
And you're annoyed. You came in spicy. Came in spicy.
I mean, I do have to.
I mean, we yelled at him.
Yeah,
pretty quickly.
I mean, Bob's like, all right, Mike, we're friendly, but we're not that friendly.
Yeah.
We're friendly enough where, like, to me, again, I should be fonted right now with the nickname. Like, to me, the nickname is... It encapsulates me.
Our video
I think
team is trying.
Perfect.
Our video team's trying to keep up with all the F words.
Yes.
That's where they're at right now.
That's where they are right now.
Get nutty with Hampton Farms, the official peanut of bowl season, bringing you the ultimate game day snack. There's nothing like the roar of the crowd, the thrill of the play, and the satisfying crack of fresh in-shell peanuts. From the first kickoff to the final whistle, Hampton Farms Peanuts keeps your energy high and your taste buds happy. Join the celebration of college football with every delicious crunch. Purchased for sharing with friends, tailgating outside the stadium, or cheering from the couch. Grab a bag from the produce aisle of your local grocery store and savor the game one peanut at a time.
It's the holidays and the 50th anniversary of Miller Lite. The holidays are all about gathering around with family and friends, so why don't you bring out a cornucopia of that beautiful white canned Miller Lite or draft, whatever it is. You know it's going to be a special time when you bring out Miller Lite, because Miller Lite makes special time Miller time. Whether it's a late night hang after the holiday party or standing around a fire pit with the fam, Miller Lite just fits. It's a taste you know you can depend on. Brewed for flavor with simple ingredients like malted barley, rich balanced toffee notes, and that iconic golden color. And at 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces, it lets you enjoy the season without weighing you down. The original light beer since 1975 and still hitting different 50 years later. The best holiday beers are the ones you don't expect. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. 'Tis Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
On Fox One, you can stream your favorite live sports so you're there for the biggest moments as they happen. For me, I cannot deal with spoilers, so I need to see it live, especially on college football Saturdays and NFL Sundays. With Fox One, you get it all. NASCAR, the MLB postseason, edge-of-your-seat plays, jaw-dropping moments, and that rush like you're right there in the action. Sports are meant to be watched live, and you can do that with Fox One. Fox One, we live for live, streaming now.
Don Le Batard.
Ahoy, it's Captain Slappy.
Stugotz.
Is this Chum Bucket?
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I love that so far during this conversation, Bob has complained that we haven't had him on, even though we've known him for as long as this show has been on. And also that Chuckle is sort of the opposite of what his public persona is. Like, what you're doing there is disrespectful, saying that he's on the broadcast, not treating it professionally because he doesn't agree with your opinion.
Whoa, no, he was doing a great job for the CFP. I think the CFP gave him A+ across the board. He did great. They went in with an established narrative, and he and Lou hammered it home. Miami's got to win this game at Blacksburg by more points than they've ever won in this town, because every time in my adult life I'm thrilled to win a game in that town by 3 scores, but I can't enjoy the game because I'm like, we got to put up 50 on them.
They're 3-7.
Mike, Mario Cristobal knew he had to win that game by more.
Yeah.
There was 25 seconds to go in the game, and his starting quarterback throwing passes on 4th down into the end zone to his best wide receiver.
I've heard that, but it was a big 4th and 2 play, and they needed to get that first down to seal the game, and they just decided to throw it into the end zone. That checked 2 boxes for them, but everyone's like, they called a timeout just to run it up. Like, they were also trying to salt that game away. Virginia Tech gets the ball back if they don't get that 4th down.
They were up 10 with 25 seconds to go.
Hey, that's plenty of time. They were that Beamer ball. Are you not familiar? They got an onside kick earlier. Yeah. Game's still in the balance, Bob. But I hear you, and I understand. My lament is the need for
Notre Dame score 70?
Well, I mean, they're
Why did
throwing
they
a lacrosse player out there.
Do you think Marcus Freeman wants to run out to midfield and shake Fran Brown's hand after scoring 70 points on him?
No.
Like, what do you think he's saying at midfield? Man, I'm sorry.
It's just
like, this is the system. It's not my system. We had to do this. I apologize.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, nice font. See, that's exactly what it ought to be.
And you and I are in agreement that it's not right, that everyone's going into these games thinking that they have to beat the opposition by a certain amount of points in order to keep up, when the most obvious of tiebreakers is staring everybody in the face, and that's bypass. We're talking more about quality losses than head-to-head matchups. It's crazy, Bob, and I'm so glad that you're on my page now, and we can go ahead and correct this on the broadcast on Saturday, and we can let the people know your voice matters, Mr. Chuckle.
Yeah, my voice does not matter a lick. I'm not a South Florida legend, and the name fits. And to me, again, our job is to document the game. Our job is to document that event in like the parameters of what is going on in the event, which is that the committee has said this is what Miami has to do, clearly through their actions, because you do not get credit for ACC wins. You get penalized more for ACC losses. Just look at the ratings for the ACC teams, right? Like this league, it is what it is, right? They're just not respected the way the other three Power Four leagues
are. But the way that you're doing this, Bob, the sports radio host in you, okay, if we're going to make this about merit, not judging scorecards, this isn't gymnastics, this isn't boxing, okay? It's not supposed to be judges, even though we've been doing it this way for a long time. The stupidity and how it is that we're doing this, when you're simply telling me out loud as a national voice for these things, I understand the ACC is not respected as a conference, but no one seems to be saying in your position, and the SEC is shit as a conference this year. It just happens to have a reputation that makes it feel like those teams are better than Louisville and SMU when they're not. They're just in different uniforms.
And again, that's an opinion, right? And that's not the opinion of the committee, right? So, yeah, I mean, do I think that the teams in the ACC, because I've covered them most of the year, are better than they're given credit for? Yeah, I do. But again, you know, we can only live when we're documenting the game in the world that the committee tells us is, you know, the parameters.
Well, no, Mike's asking you as a Miami legend to fight the power.
I'm asking you to change the world, Bob.
He's asking you and your co-conspirator.
He's asking you and Lou Riddick to change the world.
It's time to take sides, Bob. And people who sit out the side-taking time, they're on a side. They're on the wrong side.
This is war. War doesn't determine who is right. It determines who is left.
And if there's anybody that can move that needle, clearly it is South Florida media legend Chuckle.
Thank you. You get it now. This guy gets it.
Okay. You just admitted something, though, that I was surprised by in all of your professionalism. You said out loud, I was rooting for Miami to win big.
Because I think to get them into that pod of teams with Notre Dame, so they get the credit for that head-to-head win, which, again, I don't agree with that system. That is the system. That's why we talked to Mario Cristobal during the week. He acknowledged that they needed to win these games and win them impressively. He even said,
what did he say?
That, like, at the end of the Syracuse and NC State games, he was thinking, you know, what am I supposed to do? Am I not supposed to put my threes out there when we're up 41-0 or 38-3? And then Syracuse scores a touchdown or NC State scores a touchdown against my third stringers. And now we only won 38-10. We didn't win 38-0. We only won 41-7. So he even acknowledged the world that he was living in and what he thought he had to do on Saturday. And that's why he threw the ball in the end zone on a meaningless play at the end of the game just to try and add 7 more.
Are a lot of people accusing you of anti-Miami bias, or just Mike Ryan saying that you and your co-conspirator,
it was a thing online.
Lou Riddick?
I didn't invent Chuckle. That was created by the Canes community online.
Love the Canes community.
Okay, I don't believe you.
I don't believe him either. He was very clearly rooting for Virginia Tech.
I mean, he's coming here.
Oh, God.
You are.
Now we are your local show hour where you're going to go to Jose and Hialeah next, and he can pile on about the fact that
he's got good takes, by the way. He's got good takes.
He's got good takes. Hialeah. What do you mean by that?
Like you weren't cutting it up with James Franklin from Blacksburg for 3 quarters. That was ridiculous.
I saw you pat him on the shoulder.
Yeah, you liked him.
Yeah, that was excessive. Letting James Franklin do that used car salesman thing for 1.5 of your broadcast.
You know what you do next game? You bring up Alex Mirabal from the sidelines, and you just talk about the trenches and how we dominate the line of scrimmage.
Deal.
Ooh, I feel like this is working, guys.
We're doing this for the 12th best team in the country.
All right, so, Bob, do you have any UM games left? Do you want to make any requests?
Pittsburgh, I think.
Do you have
Saturday?
So you want to give him any requests so that he can, so that you want to get your propaganda in the mainstream, and he is telling you that he is trying to do things according to the system. What kind of anarchy would you like to request?
I have a whole process. Anytime ACC people, broadcast people are in town, we wine, we dine, we take them out to a steakhouse. We'll add 2 to the resi. I have Gorby add 2 more. We'll get you at the steak table, and we'll work him. We'll just lay out a couple of practical arguments, such as head-to-head, and then, whether you know it or not, you've just been sweet-talked into carrying out our propaganda. This shit works.
Do those practical arguments include the 2 unranked losses in the last 6 weeks, or do they not?
SMU is actually ranked now, pal. Check your notes.
The only team in the top 17 where that's the case.
Check your notes.
I feel like SMU's a good team. Like,
yeah,
what needs to happen, Bob? For two,
they are.
But for
they
two
were a
straight years, they were a playoff team.
Stan, no one has gone. No one has gone. I'm talking to Jack shit. I'd rather talk to Chuckle fuck. No one has gone into that stadium in ACC play and come out with a dub.
Maybe because the ACC stinks.
No, it doesn't stink. It doesn't. You stink. FSU beat Alabama. There we go. That's what I saw.
Yeah,
you know what?
That's great.
You stink.
For the guy who doesn't have a lot to say.
You stink.
All right. Enough. Make that a T-shirt, please. The ACC doesn't stink. You stink. I think we can sell many of those T-shirts.
So did we.
I'm just glad you're level-headed about this.
Bob Wischusen is being a voice of reason here.
Now,
Bob, I don't know if you qualify for whatever the haughty standard of journalist would be, but you're aspiring to a higher standard of broadcasting.
So did we.
You're aspiring to objectivity, correct?
And obviously Mike Ryan's playing this right down the middle. Like, clearly he is.
I got eyes.
He is Switzerland in this argument. But
I'd argue for
Saturday,
SMU.
now, if the Canes win on Saturday, that's 4 ranked wins because Pitt's ranked again.
We all know what they're doing. We all know what they're doing by putting Pittsburgh at the bottom of that. They're just doing this so that they can continue to jump Utah. I mean, it's ridiculous, the bias against the Big 12. It's unbelievable what they're doing.
Okay.
That's what you sound like, you fool.
Yep, that's unnecessary. Jeremy.
Why don't you let him say that to you? I'm not going to let him talk to Bob that way. That was really rude to our guest.
Sorry, Chuckle.
You fool.
6, 7.
All right, let's play this for Bob Wischusen, and let's have him break down here what happened here, because I'm maintaining that this wet sock was given production help before the show, doesn't know how to sell what he's selling because they just threw him into a position he's overmatched for. He sees that Reese Davis is asking him a question, and the smile comes across his face because he's like, I've got a pop culture joke that's going to kill. And then he gets Reese Davis's name wrong because he's a fool.
But there was a change at 6-7 with Oregon and Ole Miss swapping spots. How much of an impact potentially could it be on Ole Miss if it's determined they don't have their head coach in the field?
6-7. But seriously, Rich, we didn't have any discussion.
Oh, my God.
But seriously, Rich.
Oh, my God.
That's a good chuckle.
That's me. I'm living up to my nickname.
What? Break that down for us. Tell us straight what happened.
Yeah,
there.
what was your favorite part of that?
Reese almost or Rich almost laughed uncomfortably as if he didn't know that was coming. You'd have to think he would have been in on the joke, right? Like he's doing this and then he's supposed to spike it away, right? I would have thought he almost seemed surprised that he went there.
No, he was surprised at how poorly it came out.
That might be true.
Yeah, one of those people is good at television and the other person shouldn't be on television. They were trying to do the comedy stylings of how do we sell this made-for-TV thing to America. I know, I've got a 6-7
I
joke.
love that we're giving this guy like an opportunity that this could have been cool. Like there's just zero, like you guys are like, if he said it, no. It was going to be awkward and weird no matter what.
Not with that pattern on that blazer.
What is the fairest thing to say when you're critiquing the fact that we are playing college football games violently and not actually doing this based on merit? We're doing it on some sort of formula that's subjective and meant to create argument as part of a month-long build-up to what the playoffs have become, which is the second biggest professional sport in America.
When has it not been that way? In college football, this is always what it's been. It's always been a subjective argument, right? It's not objective. I mean, if it was objective, then Miami wouldn't have to throw a touchdown pass with 12 seconds to go in a game that's over. So, yeah, I mean, the idea of getting to 12 teams, and ultimately 16, I think we all know we're going there, is that once you get at least 12 to 16 teams in the argument, you've maybe hit critical mass.
No, trust me, I thought 12 would.
You've hit critical mass where you've got at least you got the 7 or 8 best teams in there, and maybe that's supposed to say yes, we've got a true national champion, and we decided it on the field like that, right? I mean, that's like the NCAA basketball tournament. We argue for a minute about the bubble teams, but then when that argument's over, we kind of forget about the bubble teams because there's 68 teams in the tournament. I don't know how many college football teams you'd have to get in where the bubble teams would really no longer be relevant past that one argument. Maybe, I obviously don't think 12 is it. Maybe we have to get to 16, but that's the idea of this, that there will be objectivity once we get to the playoff, because now all you have to do is win.
You broadcast everything, but when I say you associate yourself most with which sport, top of the food chain for you?
I guess it depends on who. I mean, in the New York, I'm certainly associated with the Jets. I've been doing that for 24 years. On ESPN, it's probably 50-50 at this point. I mean, the hockey community seems to have learned who I am, and
the reason I bring it up as someone
he's being modest, Dan. Like Bob Wischusen on the internet is considered the best guy going on hockey.
Okay, so this is the reason that I brought it up. I thought he was going to answer hockey. I was lobbing it to him. He and I have the same chemistry as Rich and the wet sock. But the reason I wanted to go here with him is because as someone who had 3.5 years in this market, please give me the historical context for what you're witnessing from these Panthers, because to have that be the organizational stability that flogs both countries in that sport, I'm still stupefied by it.
It's amazing, and it's awesome. I mean, I was at Panthers opening night, like the opening night in 1993. So saw it from its very beginnings. We're all in this hockey chat. I've told the guys on the hockey chat, one of the things I think is most awesome is I got a bunch of guys texting me who have like Hispanic last names, who are natives of South Florida, who are diehard Panthers fans. Like, that's proof that hockey as a product is great no matter where you take it and who you show it to. Be exposed to it, and you're going to see what a great game it is. But the fact that these guys are all diehard hockey fans, I think, is amazing. I mean, I remember the days where you went into Blockbuster Video and, like, there was a John Van Beesbrook tape that would go along with your rental where you could take it home, and it would be like, here are the rules to hockey. This is icing. This is offsides. Like, like the first scene in Slapshot. And now, I mean, hockey's as baked into South Florida as it is anywhere.
You know about that 2-line pass, Dan?
You know about that Blockbuster?
2-line pass. Imagine how good Pavel Bure would be in today's
game. Chris Cody, why were you laughing throughout Bob Wischusen's talking?
No, because he mentioned the Hispanic names, and Mike just started rattling them off behind me.
Jose Lasso. Chase Romero.
I didn't like the spice in Wischusen's voice when he took out Jose from Hialeah.
I didn't like that too.
I didn't like that. It's a play on for me.
Caller.
Play on for me.
I didn't like that.
He's a good caller.
Is it? You
play on for you?
Play on for you. You should be the decider of this. Yeah, for sure.
How about you, Zaz? What do you think?
See you later.
You hate minorities?
I would have went with Hector.
Yeah, see you later, Wischusen. Good talking to you.
See you guys.
Game Time is the official ticketing partner of the Dan Le Batard Show, and I cannot wait to get out to some NFL games this season. As the games increase in importance, the tickets are harder to come by, and nothing beats being in that stadium with everybody losing their minds. But like I said, tickets, not so easy. So why don't you download the Game Time app, because from my experience, that's where I always turn to find the best deal. But take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets. Game Time gives the advantage back to us, the fans. It's a hack for grabbing amazing tickets in just a couple of taps. Super easy to use, totally trustworthy, and the Game Time guarantee means you're getting 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price, and yes, fees included. What you see is what you pay. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DAN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DAN for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.